Russians have been our partners for the last 100 years. You should remember that by 1900, the whole of Africa was under colonial control, except for Ethiopia. However, in 1917, the communists took over that huge land known as the Russian Empire. They overthrew the monarchy and took over that empire. And the communists called it USSR. They said it's no longer empire, it is now Union of Socialist Soviet Republics. From that time, 1917, the Bolsheviks, that's what they were calling that group of communists, started supporting the anti-colonial movement in Africa. So recently, when the Western countries have been mobilizing us to stand against Russia, I told them, but you have been working with these people for 100 years. Are you clever people or what? How can you tell me that I should be against somebody who has never harmed me? He has never harmed me. You harmed me. But I forgave you. Now, these ones have never harmed us, but they have also supported us all this time. How can you say we fight them just like that, without reason? So therefore, what is happening here is logical. The Soviet Union, for the last 100 years, from 1917, has been with Africa, with Asia, with Latin America, with the anti-colonial movement. These young Russians may not know it, but me, I know it. These are young people. I can see they are all young people. They may not know, but I know it. Therefore, that relationship, then in 1949, another big country called China was taken over by communists, who again were anti-colonialists. So you have the communist movement in Europe and in Asia linking up with the anti-colonial movement in Africa. There was a brief, because in 1986, I bought 4 Mi-17s from the Soviet Union. I sent Kategaya to buy the first Mi-17s, new one, brand new ones. This was 1986. Soon after, Soviet Union collapsed. And there was chaos within Soviet Union, within Russia, the subsequent republics which came up. You couldn't get any contact. During the time of Gorbachev, the time of Yeltsin, it was chaos inside Russia. But when President Putin took over, he stabilized. And I'm actually the one who offered to go to Russia first. I am the one who through the UN, because we didn't have contacts, there was chaos. there is no doubt, it is very clear that where there is a demand, there is opportunity for business. Because there is a demand for Russian equipment in defense areas in Africa. And it has been like that since 1955, when Gamal Abdel Nasser bought the first equipment from the USSR, the president of Egypt. At that time, there were no independent African countries except Ethiopia and Egypt and Liberia. So when Gamal Abdel Nasser started buying equipment from USSR, Soviet equipment became quite common here. So therefore, working with Russia is correct, and we have been working with them for a long time. Jomo Kenyatta, you go and check, Jomo Kenyatta visited Russia in the 1930s. You can go and check. Jomo Kenyatta, our elder who was fighting for the independence of Kenya. I thank the Russian government for not objecting to our cooperation and supporting it. And I thank our own side for enthusiastically taking advantage of this goodwill and building this capacity here. Thank you. I wish you good luck.